be like a compilation of a bunch of different things. First off, I'm FIGUCCIO. FIGUCCIO as an artist. I just began FIGUCCIO Studios, also referred to as FS Studios. FS Studios, well, FIGUCCIO Studios is the company Faith and Service. So the FS, hence the alternative usage of the FS is Faith and Service. Um, yeah, I was gonna go live on my business channel, but I literally just opened that account yesterday, so I don't even have the ability to do so. Where I've accumulated some growth onto this account, so I figured might as well put it to use. Now, the whole concept of FIGUCCIO Studios is the growth and development of artists, promotion, music recording, the whole process. I've been through it time and time again, so I'm well versed in it. And now I'm just beginning the stages of building the business. So I'm trying to get more audience engagement now. Whereas before I was kind of just releasing stuff, and I've released stuff for my own self personally in the past 3 months. I've released 3 projects. I refer to them as mixtapes. They're about 7 song mixtapes, and the recordings have been fairly recent. It's been I recorded. Well, I dropped the first one. It was on Christmas. It's called "God Put Me On Too." Then I dropped the following one on New Year's. I like to set that goal as far as like, okay, give myself a deadline. So I did Christmas, and then I did New Year's. So I did those two, and I completed them, and they're all the material has been recent, within created within the whole time period where those mixtapes were released. They were recorded within that month. Sometimes, you'll have artists that they'll hold on to a song for a couple of, maybe a year, maybe a couple months, and then all of a sudden, they release that song, and you wouldn't even know it, but that song was recorded, how long ago? Could have been months, maybe even years. Who knows? But you could usually tell by the reference points what they're saying. But anyway, I released the 3 mixtapes. God Put Me On 2 was the first one. Then I released Dawn of the Don 2 was the second one. The most recent that I released was Cold Front. Now, Cold Front, hey everybody, welcome to the chat. This is my first live. I don't go live, but I decided to do this series. It's about building this company, this business that I recently just started. I just put in I'm putting in the paperwork for the LLC. It should be within a week. So now I just started that. Like I said, it's FIGUCCIO Studios, and it's also referred to as FS Studios, Faith and Service. That's the mission behind it. And now what I'm doing is I'm starting this series where I'm going to be releasing content as far as music videos, and I'm going to go behind the whole process of doing it, how I'm doing it, and I want to get other people's input, and kind of see, like, okay, what they think, maybe give me some pointers. I have a general idea of how to do it, but I would also like some engagement, see what people think, personally, and just getting more involved with the community and building that community around this business. So, like I said, I specialize in recording, music recording, and also artist development, artist promotion, music video making, a lot of content creating. And I've been doing it for years, so I definitely understand how to do it, and I would like to also guide other individuals how to do it as well. Collaborative effort. Try to get more involved with any questions that anybody. Like I said, this is just the beginning of it. It's not even an official LLC yet, but it will be within the week. So I'm, starting that. This is my first live session where I'm starting to get this engagement, and I'm just preparing myself for it. Um, like I said, I released those three mixtapes within a matter of months. Just like 3 months, and they're only 7 tracks, but I put a lot of effort into each track and make sure I skim through a bunch of songs. Like I'll go through all the songs that I recorded. That's my process. Like I'll just record, constantly record. I've hundreds of songs that I've recorded, and then I'll go through. Okay, like this song, like I'll go through the whole list, and it'll take me a day, maybe 2 days to just go through everything. So then I go through that process, and then I figure out, okay, which one. Even though there's some songs that I like, but I won't be able to officially put them on the mixtape, maybe for clearance reasons, because I didn't, get the copyright, or something, or somebody already bought the copyright to it, maybe, or there's plenty of things, reasons. Maybe the recording wasn't that good. Sometimes you can get a good instrumental and you can spit a good verse, but it doesn't always pan out you want it to. Sometimes you didn't focus in enough on the recording, and it doesn't come out the way maybe like the song itself, the whole idea of the song came out properly, but ultimately the quality wasn't what you expected it to be. So now I'm just getting involved in that. I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be in a position to where I could pursue this type of process, where I'm getting engaged with other individuals. I'm releasing content on a daily basis. It's not easy to do. It's something that you have to be committed to and do each day, which I plan to do, and this is just the beginning of it. And yeah, like the recording process and all those the mixtapes I released, they're all on available on every platform that there is. Apple, uh, iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, yeah, and Amazon Music as well. Yeah, so it's on every one. And the artist name, it was originally the first, my name as an artist was Jesus, Gezuz. But then as time went on, I transitioned and I wanted it to be like more personal. So it was like, okay, FIGUCCIO datDon. So it became FIGUCCIO datDon. And now I'm just taking it off because I feel like I'm in the most mature time of my life. So I took away that Don. And I was like, all right, it was more like rap related. And now it's just me as an artist refer to myself as FIGUCCIO, which is just my last name. So it's not like, I try to make it as, realistic and personal as it can be. So this is just really the beginning of starting off this business venture, which is also expanding myself as an artist. I'm still in the process of recording, but as of recently, like I said, I just released that mixtape about a week ago, not even a week ago. It was last Thursday. Um, and I went to go see my probation officer, and I was like, okay, so gotta go see the PO. So I didn't know, you never know if you're gonna make it out of those situations. Not like I'm doing anything crazy, but one thing, whatever they say goes. So they could say, you did something wrong, and then basically they'll try to book you, get you locked up. So I was like, all right, let me give myself that deadline for releasing that mixtape, because who knows? You go into the PO office and sometimes you don't get out of that. So fortunately, I got out, and but they want to see it now. They wants to see me every month. I don't know why. I didn't do anything wrong. But yeah, he was yeah, I was seeing him like every 2.5 months, but now it's every month. So I don't know why. I didn't do anything. Haven't done anything differently. Um, but up to this point now, I'm staying above water, and all I'm doing is focusing mainly on just this music, this whole recording process, and now it's more or less the promotional side of it because I've established myself as an artist, as far as like my sound, and on all platforms I've put content out there, and now it's more or less more getting uh, the audience engagement and getting their personal opinions. I'd be like, okay, if somebody's gonna say, "Oh, you suck. Don't ever release anything ever again." Okay, yeah, if you say that, that's fine. I accept it. But it's like, okay, what's the reasoning why? I want to know why. What's wrong with whatever I've released, because I put a lot of effort and time into this stuff. So I want to know, not to say that I do it to like please other people, but it's like, okay, if they can give me a direction and they could maybe motivate me to, put in, and look at it from a different perspective, who knows? I could probably create something greater, put more energy into it if I get the feedback I'm looking for. So, yeah, up to this point, I just wanted to go live today to begin this whole journey. That's, to me, that's what it is, and that's what it's been. But now this is like really just putting all the pieces together. Um, I've been doing this for a long time now, and I want to see the fruits of my labor, up to the point. And that's why I began this business now, is to really give me that desire to continue to just push and to branch out and go further than I ever have before, because I've always, and really in the past 2 years, I have done more than I even expected to do. I didn't know if I would continue to pursue this, and fortunately I had that desire in me to do so, and I continued to, and I still want to do it. But even if it's not for my own personal artistic growth, I feel like I have the ability to guide another individual on this path, and maybe he'll or she will progress farther than I did, and that's what it's all about. I gain the knowledge, and I feel like I want to put it to good use. So that's what this series is all about. It's just more informative and just documenting vlogging. I don't know if it's vlogging or documenting what I'm doing, this whole journey behind the process of creating the music, uh, the recording process, the mixing process, the music videos, the music video editing. So I'm doing all those things. I'm trying to put it all together now. This is like the final. This is crunch time for me. I gotta, do it now because I have the availability to do it, and I have, the funds to be able to do it. Fortunately, I put myself in that. Well, I've been put in that position. I'd like to say I put myself in that position to a certain extent. I did, but I feel like I was placed in that position because of the willingness that I have to, do right by other people. So now I'm just continuing to press on and pursue this journey, which is, a lot of people don't succeed in it. And, I just want to put my best foot forward. So now I'm continuing on this path, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try to continue to grow this audience, and I'm going to be releasing more content on YouTube, TikTok. The name is, well, really, I mean, what the name most of my projects have been released under is FIGUCCIO datDon. So FIGUCCIO datDon, and that's the artist name. Right now I go by FIGUCCIO, though. I dropped the datDon, and trying to make it more, okay, this is just me at this point. I've stripped everything else away, because originally it was, like I said, it was Jesus. And then it became FIGUCCIO datDon. I tried to make it more, okay, it was my last name, and now it's directly just my last name. So just continuing that, and it's going to be released. It's going to be released under FIGUCCIO from now on, but all the stuff that I've released up to this point is FIGUCCIO datDon, which is on this account. So FIGUCCIO datDon is me as an artist. FIGUCCIO Studios is the business, and the mission is faith and service. So that's what I'm planning on promoting up to this point, and this is just the beginning of it all. And if anybody has any questions or, you know, any personal opinions or suggestions, I'm open to it. And you could email me. I have an email set up, and or you could just directly message me. So I appreciate anyone who was here and or willing to listen, or just wanted to view the video quickly. So I'm grateful for that, and thank you. Have a good day.